M&Ms, yellow M&Ms if I want to in Jersey, right?
Oh, yeah,
That's
definitely.
fun. So what do you tell people when you're leading the class? What do you think the most important message is around getting out of debt?
I think the important message is perseverance. You know how in James it talks about, James chapter 1, 2, and 4, it talks about let patience have its perfect work. I've seen so many people get on board right away and then just fall off right away. And then they see our testimony like, oh, man, I got to get back on. You know, it's just perseverance and every day intentionally saying, you know what, this is what we need to do. This is how we have to get there. If we had a setback, it's okay. Let's get up. You know, that's what this grace message is all about. Let's get back up, dust ourselves off, and keep going. That for me is the biggest lesson in the entire process is, you know what, today, like you always say, it's not a snapshot. You know, it takes time. You know, it takes a lifetime to get to a certain end. And the thing that I usually try to tell people is what makes your situation so unique that God's principles can't work for you. Like, what is it that makes your situation different from this situation, different from that situation, where you can't draw that line and say, I've had it, I'm done, let me continue forward in God's grace and God's mercy and in His truth to get to where I need to get to in life.
Lily, I think you could preach this. That'll preach, man. That's good.
He draws many near, that's for sure.
I bet. I love it. That is awesome. You guys are a fun couple. I'm so happy to participate a little bit in the 5-year remission accomplished, but certainly in the debt-free scream. It's an honor to meet you, and thank you for leading one of our classes there in New Jersey. We really appreciate it. We need more there.
Thank you for you and your entire team. I mean, you guys are phenomenal. And I know if it wasn't for you guys always pushing this stuff out to us, us little people, that you know, that this wouldn't be here, even in our own lives and in the lives that I've seen in financial peace
It's
university.
transforming. It's transforming. And
Absolutely.
I just, all the time in our classes, I'm very honest. And I'm like, just really, just listen and stick to it. You know, trust your husband, trust your partner, whoever is the, you know, the non-free spirit in the relationship. I'm like, they mean well, and just trust and just live like no one else, because we are living like no one else. And we're just very, very blessed.
Amen. Awesome. You guys are incredible. All right, Willie and Lily from New York City or the New Jersey area. $80,000 paid off. 29 months, making $110,000 to $150,000 a year. Count it down. Let's hear a great debt-free scream.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're debt free!
Wow. What a cool couple. Awesome. You guys are incredible. Way to go, way to go, way to go. Man, that's fun. Beat cancer and beat debt. What else they got left? I mean, that's boom, just like that. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Thanks for joining us, America. We're glad you're here. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Our question of the day comes from Blinds.com. Fight back against those dreaded electric bills this summer with Blinds.com. They tame the heat-seeking rooms with gorgeous window coverings that'll help block out the sun's rays, keep your home or your patio way cooler. Hurry, score up to 20% off their most popular products at Blinds.com. Today's question comes from Kelly in New York, and she says, I have a new nephew, and I'd like to gift during Christmas and birthdays a type of savings plan for him. What's the best type? A typical savings bond, is that the way to go? No, I don't like savings bonds. They don't pay anything. People lose them. They forget where they are. I mean, you can get them replaced if you keep up with the serial numbers and all that, but they just don't pay anything. I don't fool with them. You know, it just depends on how serious you want to get about this. I would recommend starting in a college fund for them if they don't have one. Get a basic ESA, an educational savings account going, and you can do that with one of our endorsed local providers. It'll take a few, it might take some serious money to get it open. That's the only thing. If you don't want to put, maybe you can work with the parents and get it going. Serious money is, usually it takes $500 to get one open. And then from there you can add in increments of $25 or $50 or whatever you want to add to it as you go along. If you're wanting to just buy something for $20 or something that's more representative, there's not a lot you can do with that. And again, I'd rather give them $20 cash than I would savings bond and just tell them it's for their college fund. But it just depends on how serious you want to be in terms of the amount that you're going to use there. I don't use savings bonds. All right, up next is Grant in Kansas City. Hey, Grant, how are you?
I'm doing very well.
Good. How can I help?
Well, I've got a question. A couple of years ago, I started working for a church, and I came in with a Roth IRA that I'd set up under my dad because he had, some connections or whatever. But anyways, I had that, and so I said, well, hey, can you guys contribute the 7% that you would do for a 403B to my Roth IRA? They said, yeah, sure, that's taxable stuff. We'll just give you the pay raise. And long story short, I have $2,500. What's the max? I don't know. I do 50% of the $5,500 that a Roth IRA can have. The church
they gave you the money, and then you put it in. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But my question is, should I just be doing half the Roth IRA and let the church do the 403B because that's not taxable?
No, I would go ahead and do the Roth.
Okay.
The 403B does not have a match, does it?
No, it's just the 7% of my income.
Right. They give towards retirement, and they're not giving it to the 403B. Instead, they're giving it to you in cash, and you're putting it in your Roth.
Right. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. Here's the difference. Whatever amount of money is in the 403B will be about the same amount of money that's in the Roth.
Yes.
Only the Roth will be completely tax-free when you get to retirement, and the 403B won't.
Okay.
And so let's just pretend you had some, you're young. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, let's pretend this grew to $1 million. Okay?
Okay.
$1 million taxable is going to have taxes of about $400,000 on it.
Okay.
$1 million tax-free in the Roth has no taxes on it. That's a lot of difference.
Yes, it is.
So the tax-free growth is why I go with the Roth. That's simple. And depending on your income and what you're able to do with your budget, you may want to go ahead and fully fund that Roth. That'd be one of the things I would get to. Of course, I want to get you out of debt, have your emergency fund in place, those kinds of things before you're doing that. But as soon as you can, I want to move you to fully funding that Roth. Dan is with us in St. Louis. Hey, Dan, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Mr. Ramsey. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
I was hoping to get some advice from you. I've been wrestling with the question if I should ask for a raise and how much and how I would go about it. Okay.
Are you worth more than you're being paid?
I believe so.
Why?
Why? The average pay for one of the tasks I perform is driving. I drive a lot of miles, and in that, the national average is much higher than what they're paying me now. I make a wide component pay, and the pay is really good. That's why I'm wrestling with this. But out of the few drivers that drive,
what kind of driving do you do?
I make deliveries to restaurants and whatnot, but we're more of a local company, but some of our customers are out of state. So
you do some out-of-state driving as well?
I do mostly out-of-state driving, and that's where I think I'm losing some money.
Now, are you driving your vehicle or theirs?
No, theirs.
Okay. Are you truck driver?
Yes.
Okay. And what else do you do other than drive the truck?
I get paid for delivering pieces. I get daily pay. We get.
But as far as your job title or your job duties, do you have any other duties other than delivering the items to the restaurant?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
So really what we need to do is look at your total pay, the total income that you have, and say, can you make more than that running over the road for somebody else?
Right. Well.
So what did you make last year?
50,000.
Okay. can you get a job as a truck driver for $50,000 making similar routes that you make now?
Well, this is a different job. I'm actually making $10,000 more this year. I'm projecting $10,000 more.
So $60,000?
Yes, I'll be making $60,000 this year.
It's not a completely different job. But the bottom line is you're a truck driver overall. I mean, that's the field that you're in. Right. And if you could move to a different company and deliver things and make $120,000, then yes, you should ask for a raise. If you can move to a different company and make $40,000, then you ought to count your blessings.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. But I wouldn't know how I would go about asking for a raise. I do feel that.
Well, the point I'm making is you need to have some actual data that says in the St. Louis area, running a route like you run, here's 3 other companies, and they pay $75,000 a year. Your company's paying $60,000 a year. I could lay that information in front of your boss and smile and say, thank you for my job. I really appreciate it. I can make this at these other companies. I like it here. Would you consider paying me more so that I can afford to stay here and I'm not tempted to make a move?
Right. I understand. Okay.
You got to have some facts, not just feelings as to why you're worth more. A good way to look at it is switch shoes for a minute. Let's pretend you own the business. Why would you pay you more if you owned the business? Why would you pay your truck drivers more?